She wanted something as stirring and jagged and primal as her own motivations. Her finger was on the eject button of the car stereo when she heard the other voices, the ones in the background, the ones that weren't supposed to be there. The first one she recognized after a confused minute as her own. She heard herself say loudly,
Damn, is that right? I can't figure this thing out.
Michael said from farther off.
Did you get it?
She answered,
I think so, technological twit that I am. Check it, though, would you?
Beep, 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 the timer on the oven bleated in the background.
If you'll get the bread out,
Michael said.
See if it sounds hollow, though. I didn't thump it yet.
His voice moved closer, grew bolder on the tape. Their footsteps sounded across the hardwoods, thudding in socks, changing places.
Oh, Clary,
he snorted affectionately up close to the microphone now.
What did you do to this?
Her answer seemed to echo from far away, from the kitchen. She yelped.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
His voice faded as he got distracted from his task and went to help her.
What? Did you burn yourself? Let's see,
he said. Angels in heaven, know I love you. Know I love you, dear. Know I love you. For a while, as Clare moved the Saturn in and out of the passing lane, driving fast, she could hear the murmuring of the two of them off in the kitchen, maybe a decade earlier. Garrison Keillor finished his song, and the show carried on with sound effects of chickens squawking, and then an Irish soprano sang a love song for a river. But Clare, with both hands on the wheel now, was listening beyond that and hard, listening for what was happening in her old life, straining to eavesdrop on Michael fussing over her burned hand. She tried to hear into that night she had lived already in her life, and had forgotten. When she hit the Connecticut state line, the voices on the tape came closer. Michael said,
I forgot the wine. Got it,
she said. There was rustling, and in her memory Clare could see the two of them settling on the couch where they always ate, he at one end and she at the other, their legs bent, their stocking feet touching in the middle. She was sure they would have lifted their glasses to toast one another with Gallo's cheap French Colombard.
The shallots are sweeter roasted this way,
he said.
They were a good idea,
she agreed. They ate in silence for a while.
More wine?
He asked.
Sure.
As she drove and listened, Clare thought how those days, those years even, were nothing but a few snapshots in an old album now. Michael looking tired but elated, standing among boxes the day they moved in together. Clare peeling a butternut squash the first Thanksgiving after they were married. The two of them holding hands, barefoot on the beach with their shadows blown behind them like scarves. Those years were nothing but yellowing photographs, and these voices, his and hers, imprinted on metal tape by some magnetic process she couldn't comprehend, but which was ephemeral, she knew, ephemeral as words on paper and light on negatives and vows on a human heart. Magnetism could ruin tapes, she had been taught, could ruin them as easily as it could create them. It could erase computer memory. It could blot out sound. Keep that magnet away from your watch, Dad had warned when she was little, or you're not going to have a watch at all. Magnetism could even stop time. And time had stopped, hadn't it? That time in their lives, anyway, in their marriage, it was lost to her, as Michael was. He merely sounded so close. On the tape, he exhaled satisfaction loudly, and her old self answered him with a comfortable laugh.
The bread is amazing,
he said.
You think the rosemary works in it? Best you've ever made. You always say that,
she admonished him.
I mean it every time.
That was all. The tape pulled up short, the time ran out, as it always does. And even as Clare held her foot steadily on the accelerator and her hand on the gear shift, even as her eyes searched the road ahead, she knew it was one of those moments, that her life was turning, that uncovering this accidental tape was another link, another seemingly insignificant detail, another terribly